Guys, welcome to MyGuy Reviews review of The Purge election year from director James DeMonaco, I think. And basically, he's directed all three of the Purge films so far. Produced by James Blunt, Michael Bay. So anyone who's seen the Purge films will know what you're going to get here. This is Purge. The very first Purge had Christian Slater. No, not Christian Slater. It had Ethan Hawke. Basically, premise was around the house. A low-budget film. We didn't expect anything more than that because we didn't know what was going on. Then the second one, he brought it to the streets, and we really got a good idea of the 12 hours that happened and the anarchy that goes around with that. And now we have Purge election year. The third film in the kind of Purge film, based kind of like in 2025 as always. So Warren Grass, who was in the second film, where he was going to shoot and kill the drunk driver who'd killed his son. And basically it's been 2 years since that, and obviously now he's head of security for Senator. She's like basically the front runner in the US presidential election. But her main kind of like policy that she is standing for is to eliminate the Purge. Basically, she's saying if I get elected, she's going to remove the Purge after she lost her family in sadistic murders like 15 years earlier or something. So the Purge has been going on for quite a few years, and you know, the forefathers and the presidents, everyone's kind of like, yep, the Purge is working, it's all good, it's all good. We've got the first president-elect saying if I get elected, basically I'm going to get rid of that policy. It's it's kind of a political film now. It's changed from being a standard Purge movie where we had the premise being very simple, where they're stuck in the house and someone came in and then they're getting terrorized by people outside the house, or being on the streets and things just being absolutely insane or crazy. Now we've actually got a stand where the film is taking a stand and saying, you know, this is the kind of thing. It's become more political, and it's actually quite relevant for a change. It's quite unusual for a film like this to be relevant or be kind of like basically like that, and it's great to see something like that. So basically, Barnes continues to campaign against the Purge after witnessing deaths during the nights and streets as well. So you know, Barnes was out there a few years ago, and he feels the same way as well. And the government obviously secretly opposes to hers because the government doesn't want that to happen, because if it did, then obviously the Purge night would finish. So if she wins, obviously this would be the final Purge night, and that's kind of where it all comes from, where if she wins the election, this evening of 12 hours of purging would be the last. So we've got this high-tech security, got everyone trying to like keep her safe, because if they can get through tonight, there's a good chance this could be our final Purge. So on what could be the final, basically the government and kind of the people within there, the forefathers of American forces, they all basically get out onto the streets and they put a bounty on her head and saying, basically, you need to bring her in, you need to kill her. And anyone who is anti-Purge, anyone who's for the Purge obviously is out there trying to kill her, but then there are people who are anti-Purge, and that's kind of where the film is. And it is similar to the second one, but we're on the streets again. We have the Purge, but we now have this huge divide. We do have people who are pro-Purge and anti-Purge, and it's really great to see a film like this taking a political stand and kind of showing you both sides of what was originally a great idea, original film idea for Purge 1, which obviously has been turned into two sequels since, and now taking it to another level and really bringing in something new. Not fun, because these films aren't fun in terms of fun, but they are good. It's nothing new here, you know. It's we have the jolts, we have the kind of people dying. It's kind of sadistic as always, and basically, you know, a lot of people will die. We've got guns, we've got knives, anything to kill someone. So we still have those sadistic deaths, but the actual story and the kind of underlining theme of it all is really good. For a movie, straightforward kind of, originally sold as a kind of horror film, I kind of put it under thriller / horror. It's really changed from the first one to the second to the third. Now we've got really good kind of. We've gone over the history. It's kind of like showing us what's happening and what potential future could be held in the Purge. It's not just a sequel after sequel. It is actually the actions of this film can really change the future of the franchise. Could change the future of this world. And that's what really kind of interesting about the film. We have really taken this film and they've changed it around a lot. And it's great. Basically, it's a good film. It's a really good film. It's better than the second. It's not as good as the first in a way because the first was really original. We didn't know what to expect in that film, even though it was all around the house and everyone was kind of like gonna kill Ethan for selling these really bad alarm systems. Then we had the second one where he had the dilemma of trying to kill his son's I don't want to call him murderer, but you know what I mean. He was out there on the streets trying to kill them, and then he had the morality check, and he instead goes to rescue these people. And in the third one, we have the choice where they can end Purge forever, and this is what this film is all about. Where we've had this idea, we've got this concept, we've got this world built, and if she can survive the night and she gets elected, this is the one thing she's running for. So great idea, great premise, very original for a change for a franchise that could so easily just go down the same route again and again and again. And it's good to see. It's a good film. These films aren't really highly rated. I'd never put these films in the 8s, 9s, 10s. These films are what they are. And I go in thinking that, and I enjoy them to that level. And again, similarly here, the first one I would have said was a 6 because I never expected to see something like this. The next one, again a 6 because now we're on the streets, we're seeing something different. The third one, again we're going to see something different. The story's changed, they've upped the stakes. This is good to see in a film like this, especially considering how small a budget these films are. So again, this is another solid, strong entry in the Purge franchise, and I'd give this a 6 out of 10. Tell me what you guys think. Hit me up with your comments, your likes, and subscribe for all things movies.
Was survived.